Think back to the last time someone's words hit you where it hurts the most. Unfair criticism, a dismissive comment, the cold shoulder. The sting of it stays with you for hours, maybe even days. You replay it in your mind, searching for what you did wrong, feeling your energy drain away. But what if I told you there's a way to build a fortress within yourself, a place so secure that no poisoned arrow of criticism, manipulation, or invalidation can ever penetrate it? Today, we're not talking about becoming indifferent or cold. We're talking about becoming whole. It's about reaching a state where nothing and no one can truly wound you anymore. And to guide us, we'll turn to the profound ideas of psychologist Carl Jung. If this topic resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so we can continue this journey inward together. Why are we so easily wounded? A Jungian perspective. Before we can build our defenses, we need to understand the target. Jung believed that our psyche has unconscious sore spots, or as he called them, complexes. These are emotionally charged memories, fears, and traumas that live deep within us. When someone says something that triggers one of these complexes, our reaction is often instant and disproportionately strong. Someone says, "You're being too emotional," and it strikes at your childhood fear of being a burden. Someone criticizes your work, and it activates your deep-seated imposter complex. But here's the most crucial part. Very often, what other people say isn't about you at all. It's their projection. They are seeing in you what they cannot accept in themselves, their own fears, flaws, or repressed desires. They unconsciously project their own inner chaos onto you because they don't know what else to do with it. You become a screen for their movie. Write the word projection in the comments if you've ever felt that criticism directed at you was actually about the other person's issues. Step 1. Meet your shadow, the source of invulnerability. So, how do we stop being a screen for others? Jung taught that the path to strength lies through the darkest part of the forest, through meeting our own shadow. The shadow contains all the parts of ourselves that we reject, judge, and hide from the world and from ourselves. Our anger, our envy, our vulnerability, our selfish desires. We're terrified that if anyone sees our shadow, they will reject us. And that's precisely why criticism hurts us. When someone points out one of our flaws, they are shining a light on what we already hate about ourselves. But the magic begins when you consciously step into your shadow. When you tell yourself, yes, I can be vulnerable. Yes, I can make mistakes. Yes, I have anger inside me. And that's okay. It's a part of me. The moment you accept your shadow, you take away their weapon. They can no longer hurt you with something you have already embraced. Their words simply lose their power. Example. Jessica always saw her need for rest as a weakness and constantly worked to the point of exhaustion. When a colleague once remarked, "You look tired, maybe you should try being less lazy," it hit her deeply because it hit her own self-judgment. After doing some inner work, she came to accept her need for rest as a normal part of life, not a sign of laziness. The next time she heard a similar comment, she calmly replied, "Yes, I've worked hard, and now I'm allowing myself to recover." The word no longer had power over her. Write the word shadow in the comments if you're ready to look at your hidden parts to find your strength.
Step 2. Individuation. Becoming the center of your own universe. Accepting the shadow is part of a larger process that Jung called individuation. This is the journey of becoming your true self. A whole and authentic person who is no longer dependent on external approval or judgment. Imagine your self-worth is a sun. For many people, that sun is located somewhere outside of them, in the hands of their partner, boss, parents, or friends. They look to others to find out, am I good enough? Am I doing this right? Individuation is the process of moving that sun inside yourself. You become your own source of light, warmth, and validation. You alone get to decide who you are. When you reach this state, you stop being an emotional sponge. You can still feel empathy, but someone else's pain no longer destroys you. Example: before, when Michael's friend David would complain about money problems, Michael would absorb his anxiety and lie awake at night trying to figure out how to help him. Now, he listens and offers support, saying, "That sounds like a really tough situation, and I'm sorry you're going through it." But he leaves the responsibility for the emotions and the solution with David. He offers support, but he doesn't drown with him. You see manipulation right away. It starts to feel like a childish game you're no longer willing to play. Example: when Sarah's mother would say, "I've done so much for you, and you can't even visit for the weekend?" Sarah used to feel immense guilt and cancel her plans. Now she recognizes the manipulation and calmly replies, "Mom, I love you, and I'm grateful for everything. As we agreed, I'll be there next Saturday." You say no with confidence, not because you want to offend anyone, but because you respect your own energy. Example: when Kevin's boss asked him to stay late for a non-urgent task, he used to always agree, afraid of looking like a bad employee. Now, he says confidently, "I understand this is important, and I'll make it a priority first thing tomorrow. My workday is finished for today." Criticism becomes just information. You can extract something useful from it or simply discard it, but it no longer strikes at your core. Example: Emily, an artist, used to take any critique of her paintings as proof that she was talentless. Now, when someone says, "I feel like it could use more light here," she doesn't think, "I'm a terrible artist." She thinks, "That's an interesting perspective. Do I agree with it? Will it make my work better?" She has separated her identity from her work. This is the fortress. It isn't built from stones of indifference, but from the light of self-awareness and self-love. Write the word wholeness in the comments if your goal is to become emotionally free and self-reliant. The path to this state isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's deep inner work that requires courage. But every step you take on this path returns your power, your energy, and most importantly, yourself. You stop handing over the keys to your mood and well-being to other people. When you become whole, no one can wound you anymore, because there's simply no place left for a poisoned arrow to land. You are entirely made of love and strength. I hope this video inspired you. If it did, please give it a like. It will help other people who are feeling vulnerable find it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next deep dive. And of course, share your thoughts in the comments. Which step feels the most relevant for you right now? Thank you for your time. See you soon.